Hello, Cassie Brown here. I am thrilled to welcome you to the Brace for Impact podcast. I've been incredibly blessed to work with and coach some of the top entrepreneurs, CEOs, and marketers in the industry. And do you know the one thing that they all had in common? They didn't wait for the perfect time, but hit the ground running. They learned to see opportunity in motion and just leap. I created this podcast to help other entrepreneurs own their calling, expand their influence, get uncomfortable, embrace the growth of the journey to leave an impact on the world around them. For those who are ready to stop playing it small, to pick up the mantle of contribution that our clients in the world so desperately need. If that's you, then get ready to brace for impact as I share with you the top strategies, real truths, and hacks to crash through the obstacles and arrive in alignment of integrity, impact, and income. It's time to initiate the ripple effect of change. So part 2 of this episode, like we've talked about the retreat, we talked about what we worked on, we talked about, the assets and the vision and all of this incredible stuff. Like, so, if you guys weren't there, you were like, oh man, when's the next retreat? I want to go there because that sounds really cool. No worries. But part 2 of this, we're going to take a deeper dive into the actual fun stuff that we did around LA because we haven't even touched on that.
Yeah, that's true.
And we did incredible things.
We did some awesome stuff.
All right. And we have quite a bit of time left in the car. So Nick and I will continue part 2. Okay, guys, this is going to be a super quick episode because I was just informed Amber seriously is the female Mario Andretti, because what was supposed to be an hour and a half trip, we've only been recording for 40 minutes, so you can do the math. Like if a plane leaves or if a train leaves the station heading out at 50 miles an hour and all of that good stuff, like Amber just, I don't know what she did, but apparently this Mustang has sort of a time machine powers. So we have 10 minutes until we get to our destination. Quick recap of last one. We really got into the Amplify retreat and we teased out what we were going to share with you about some of the activities. Nick, what was one of, do you even have a favorite? Like, I don't know. Am I setting you up for failure with this question?
There were so many things. I'll say one thing that was super entertaining and fun from the experiences that we did was we went to a taping.
Oh gosh, yes.
Of the show Last Man Standing, Tim Allen, Nancy Travis. It's on Fox. It's a funny show. I'd never watched it, but we got to watch an episode before they started taping so that it could prime us up and all that stuff. But like I worked in like Hollywood level productions, feature films. I worked with Oscar winners, all this kind of stuff. So I wasn't starstruck. It was cool to see like people that I knew, from TV. But it was amazing to watch the process that they did. Like they filmed like 6 scenes that day, and they did a couple of takes each time. They did little things, but like it was incredible to see the level of coordination between the actors and the crew, and then the people working the crowd to get us in a good mood so that laughter would be flowing, and all of these things, and how they nailed it every time. Like they could have done one take and had enough coverage and all this stuff, but they did 2 to give them opportunities to vary their performances and things like that. What I learned and what I loved about it, one, I was laughing my head off, even though I didn't get one of the prizes for being a good laugher.
I know, you really got copped out on that one, for sure.
They gave it to like everyone around me who was mistaking my laugh for their laughs, but it was just incredible and a lesson to me of how when you own your greatness and your professionalism and your expertise. Like Tim Allen, he has acted for years. He has done stand-up comedy for decades, right? And he's done it over and over and over again. And even though, his delivery varies a little bit and those kinds of things, he's become so masterful in knowing when to hold a pause, when to milk a moment. And it's come from thousands and thousands of hours of repetition and study and all those kinds of things. You have done that. We've all done that. I have done that with the things that I am passionate about. And how cool it is to see somebody in their element. Yeah. And it just reminded me to, like, I'm really good at things.
Yes.
And I need to take ownership of it. And when I surround myself with the right people, like the people that were at the AMPLIFY retreat, amazing things happen and amazing end results come from doing that. So that was probably my number one. But then Cassie, poor Jorge's arms nearly got ripped off with Cassie being scared by creepy clowns at Knott's Berry Farm and all the haunted stuff. And
that's where I thought you were going first when you pre-framed it. Like, what was really entertaining.
That's why that's a close second on the entertaining part.
And that was one of the things. Like, I think Jorge really was excited about the haunted mazes and everything at Knott's Berry Farms. But I think what he was even more excited about is the reaction that he knew, of the situation he was putting me in.
Yeah.
And it was honestly stressful. But I do really think I finished off the last half better than I did the first half.
You became desensitized to the terror.
I developed a strategy. I tell you, that's the biggest thing that changed. I was very aware with every room that I walked into and everything that moved. And I also learned how to quickly position Jorge between me and the obstacle that was coming after me. Though he's a little spritey one because, he did abandon me a few times and I was stuck. I was stuck with those creepies, right in my face, breathing down my neck and whispering, your friends are going to leave you, and you did leave me. But it was so much fun. Just getting out. Knott's Berry Farms to me was just a great way to kind of start it off with our VIP night, and then I really liked the studio too. And then we caught the tail end of a sunset last night.
Yeah, up above Mulholland, overlooking the city. It was gorgeous. It's one of those things I got to play my stalker role again and looking at them through a lens and getting all these epic shots, and then it was nice to just stand there for a minute and just take it in.
Yeah.
We're overlooking this huge, amazing, energetic city with millions of people and creativity all around, and dreams and hopes and dreams being realized and being crushed all at the same time. And we were just standing there peacefully overlooking all of it.
And it really did feel like the edge of the world.
Yeah, because literally, if you took the wrong step, you were going to fall.
You were out of there, and Anne straight up said she wasn't going to get you.
But it was gorgeous. And then we got some crazy awesome ice cream one night, and went to Santa Monica Pier, and there was just so many things. But all of the excursions, those were total blast and way entertaining. But again, the unification that came to us as a group, that when we sat down and we had to push each other and we had to be uncomfortable and all those kinds of things, we had that trust, we had that relationship as a group, so that we could be vulnerable, so to speak, and put ourselves out there in front of each other and do some things that were hard.
Right.
And that's what's amazing about this whole experience, was that if you're tired of going to events and being motivated and being inspired, but then going home and life getting in the way, and then you go to the next event having not accomplished any of the stuff that you wanted to when you were ready to take over the world. And the Amplify retreat is the place to come to be able to get that synergy, that energy and motivation, but to put it to work immediately.
Yeah.
And get traction and get momentum. If you're stuck, if you're trying to get things started, if you've been pushing hard but you're not getting the movement that you want, you need to come to the next one.
Oh, I love it.
Because you're seriously, you're going to leave with so much clarity, so much direction, specifically for you and your business. You're getting that attention that you're not going to get anywhere else. And where else are you going to get Cassie's amazing strategy and expertise and all these things, growth, and that she's just a complete wizard at? You're going to get those motivational mindset things from Jorge and get a couple story nuggets from me, right? You're not going to be able to find that personalized stuff at that pricing or anything like that anywhere else too. So, but more than anything else, just come and get that growth and momentum for yourself.
Yeah, I loved it. And what another favorite experience of mine was our meals together. Simply, greeting each other in the morning, sitting down and having breakfast, going outside, eating on the deck for lunch, and then wherever we ended up at dinner. And that was perfect timing. We are at our destination. Nick, thank you so much for spending time with us
You're welcome.
and breaking it up into 2 podcast episodes. Super awesome. And we'll definitely be hearing from Nick again soon, because he does have some really cool stuff coming your way with just the things that he's created in shortcuts and ways to grow his client's business. And he's always thinking of ways like he can package this knowledge for other people, like to get them activated as well and grow.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's fun.
Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for spending time with me today. I hope you've received value, encouragement, and exactly what you need to help keep you in momentum to grow and impact the world around you. Big or small, we all make a difference. Thanks also for subscribing, downloading, and leaving a review. This helps us reach others who need this message in their life. If you know anyone who would benefit from this podcast, please share so you and I can help more people boldly step into purpose. It is my heart's mission to help and encourage others. My internal belief that a rising tide lifts all ships. So much of what we talk about on the podcast is leading with value and building relationships through service. So we've created a collection of resources for you to continue growing, whether you are just getting started or ready to scale your business. Visit AMPLIFYMyImpact.com for show notes, downloads, programs, and more information about how to directly work with our team to amplify your impact and change the world.